What if? What if God raised up a people who wanted to be the church and not just go to church? What if His church was seen as what happens throughout a region and not in a building? What if you were a part of a church that you couldn't join because you already belong as family through an encounter with Jesus? What if there were those who understood that the value of being family was as precious to God as it is to the yearnings of our own heart? What if the gatherings we have were more relational and purposely impacting than simply watching others do it over us? What if we began to function with the equipping and training and ministry that God has developed in our lives in practical ways? What if success in the kingdom realm was measured by heart condition, love for one another, and passionate worship of Jesus? What if success wasn't measured by attendance, offerings, and charismatic personalities? What if ministry opportunities were not seen as promotions, but rather leadings of the Holy Spirit into greater humility and love to the ones He died for? What if there was something that went beyond the normal movement, denomination, or network relationships into family, destiny, and a community of laid-down lovers? What if there was no hype, but rather holiness and power and humble love? What would happen if the goal was Him? What would happen if servants laid down agendas and collectively picked up His agenda? What would happen if fulfilling our vision was fulfilling His dream? What would happen if there were a people who sold into the kingdom and not into an institution? What would happen if people joined the dream of God rather than simply joining a place out of duty to satisfy the societal and religious obligations? It's not church as usual, but it is the church. That's what His church looks like. It's not a church for a denomination, affiliation, association, sect, or created by any man or woman. It was birthed by Jesus, and it exists today in the reality of the fulfilled. What if? Are you there? It's time to begin.